right, you guys ready?
I think we're ready.
Let's do it.
I'm Lee Duncan,
I am Samuel Howe.
and this is
Autocomplete?
Autocomplete
With Alliance
Google
Group.
Video with Alliance Group. Is that
Yeah.
good? Did we do it right?
Sure.
All right.
Oh.
So,
Okay, what do we got here?
all right. So, what is life insurance used for? That's great. Life insurance can be used for many different things, including covering debts, replacing lost income, key person and business. Life insurance can be used to accumulate money that you can access long term. It's a great risk planning tool.
It can be used in life and death.
I'm wondering if one of these is living benefits, though.
we'll
Should
see.
we talk about living benefits?
We'll see. Not yet.
Not yet? All right.
What is life insurance cash value? Certain types of policies, permanent life insurance policies, come with the ability to accumulate cash value. And there's lots of different ways that cash value can be accumulated. At Alliance Group, we do a lot of work with a certain product called Indexed Universal Life, or IUL. We can teach you how you can accumulate lots and lots of cash value. Not only do that, but also access it in tax-advantaged ways, which is very, very cool.
You put your money in, it grows tax deferred, and you can access that tax free through loans and withdrawals.
Absolutely. All right, what's our next one?
What is life insurance with living benefits? I
Hey, you
knew it
got
was
it.
going to be there. I'm so excited. Life insurance with living benefits is the new kind of life insurance that allows you access to that death benefit if you were to have a critical illness, a chronic illness, a terminal illness, and all those different triggers that generate a need for money. And that's what we do and love so much.
We do
It's
it
life
better than
insurance-
anybody.
Life insurance with living benefits. It's
Yeah.
so great. It's
You
the
can-
new kind of life insurance.
You can kind of tell he said that a few times before. So yeah, living benefits is kind of our thing at Alliance Group. It's what we do. It's the new kind of life insurance that you don't have to die to use. Why on earth, Lee, in the year 2023, would you have a life insurance policy that only pays out when you die?
That is my mission, my passion is to educate people on why they shouldn't have the old kind of life insurance that only pays out in the event of death, that they should have this new kind of life insurance with living benefits.
The best part about living benefits, Lee, is that how much does it cost compared to a death benefit only life
They're
insurance?
built into the plans that we sell.
Wow.
It's included. And it gives you access to so many different options that you could have of all these what ifs in life, all these things that could happen to you during your life before you pass away.
Absolutely. So if you don't have living benefits, get in touch with an Alliance Group agent. We can definitely show you how. Lee knows a few people. All right, what's next? What is life insurance cash surrender value? So basically, when you have a permanent life insurance policy and you have some cash value accumulated, for the first few years, you're gonna have what is called surrender value. And that's in the first few years, that's gonna be something less than your full cash value that is in your policy. Once you pass the surrender period, which is generally somewhere
10, 15 years depending upon product, but there's a declining surrender charge built into the plan. The one thing to point out with this is a long-term investment. When you are putting money into a life insurance policy over time, it's not something that you're going to usually
for 5
immediately
years.
take out. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a long-term process. There are surrender charges in the beginning, and the cash surrender value is the accumulated value minus the surrender charge.
The good news is after you're in that policy for whatever the surrender period is, 10, 15 years, mine is 10 years, and my policy's older than 10 years, so I don't have to worry about any surrender charges anymore.
So your cash surrender value is actually equal to your accumulation value.
You got it, Lee Duncan. All right, what's next?
Oh, this is me.
This is you.
What is life insurance? Where is it? Oh, okay. What is life insurance beneficiary? Oh, so with a life insurance contract, one of the great things about it is you get to name a beneficiary. And that could be your spouse, that could be your kids, that could be your business, that could be a trust, that could be many different things. But the beneficiary is the person that will receive said benefits if you were to pass away. That can be changed throughout the contract and added and changed and taken percentages from this one to another one. So the beneficiary is the person who is going to receive those proceeds in the future.
You can have primary beneficiaries, or you can even have contingent beneficiaries,
Yep.
right? So if my primary beneficiary isn't there to receive the money, whether they passed away before I did or something like that, you can even have contingent or backup beneficiaries that the funds would pay out to.
And like I said, that could be an individual and that could be trust or a company. My primary beneficiary is my wife. My contingent beneficiary is a revocable living trust. So if something were to happen to us together, then it goes to that living trust and then we direct the money to be used however we want.
Absolutely. You should work with your life insurance agent to make sure that you've chosen the right beneficiaries and that you understand exactly how that money is going to flow in many different scenarios that could happen.
And make sure that you've updated your beneficiaries.
Very important to update your beneficiaries. There's been a number of occasions where we've paid out proceeds to an ex-spouse.
That's not going to be good with your
You
current
can change
spouse.
that paperwork, and that's one of the reasons why I tell people all the time, you should review your contract. Don't just sign it, put it in place, and then stick it in a drawer and never look at it again.
Absolutely. Get life insurance in place and then review it at least once a year with your agent to make sure that everything is still groovy.
Okay, one more.
Last one. What is life insurance license? This is terrible grammar, but I'm going to answer it anyway. A life insurance, whatever a life insurance license is something that you can get if you would like to offer life insurance products and life insurance services and sell them to people. So obviously at Alliance Group, we're an independent marketing organization. We work with 7,000 agents across the country who are all licensed life insurance professionals. That means they are licensed in their respective state or multiple states to sell life insurance and annuities.
I am licensed in all 50 states now.
Dag.
All 50.
I got like 6 or 7. I'm getting there. All right. We got another board.
We got another board. This one goes away.
Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. This one is more life insurance.
It's that one. What a wonderful topic.
It's a deep topic. There's lots of questions you guys
Lots
have.
of questions. What can life insurance be used for? Life insurance is a contract that can be used to help a client, a business, replace a risk, right? So you're putting the risk off onto the insurance company instead of you assuming that risk. If you were to have an untimely death, lose income, have debt that needs to be covered, have debt that needs to be paid, keep a business afloat, lots of different things. Life insurance can be used for many different things.
And it's not only for death. Any risk that's yours right now, you can take that risk and you can transfer it to a company and pay them a small monthly premium in order to take all that risk off of your shoulders and put it onto theirs. Life insurance companies, that's why they exist.
It's risk management. Basically what any insurance product is risk management. You're pushing your risk off onto the insurance company. Your risk of, car insurance, your risk of getting in a car wreck.
Yep.
So you can run around and not have car insurance, or you can accept that risk yourself and potentially go to jail.
Yeah, right? Actually, legally you can't.
Well, you can.
I wish they forced everyone to have life insurance. That would be awesome.
Right?
They
Make
force
our-
you to
make
have
our
car
job a lot
insurance
easier.
and a home insurance. What can you use life insurance for while alive? I love it. You can use life insurance for all kinds of things while you're alive. I think this is a big misconception, is that life insurance is for only when you die. Not true at all. And first thing is we have now living benefits life insurance. So living benefits is basically life insurance, the new kind of life insurance that allows you to get your hands on your policy's death benefit early while you're still alive if you need it after you suffer a qualifying illness or injury. So heart attack, stroke, cancer, major organ transplant, blindness, paralysis, there's a whole list of things that are covered. And if you suffer one of those things when you're covered with a living benefits policy, you're going to be able to accelerate your death benefit and get a ton of money in your hands when you're going to need it most to help you do all sorts of things, to pay for the very best treatment money can buy, to replace your income while you're out of work, and to just take all that financial worry out of what's already a very stressful situation. So that's just one thing that life insurance can be used for while alive. But if you think about a permanent life insurance policy, life insurance can be used to generate cash value and to grow that
retirement. Yeah.
Absolutely, to grow that tax value in a tax deferred way and then access it in a tax-free manner later in life. All sorts of awesome uses. Life insurance is a very versatile tool.
What can you do with a life insurance license? Well, you can sell life insurance.
Hey. That's about all you can do with
You
it.
can sell life insurance and annuity products, fixed indexed annuities.
It's a wonderful, wonderful industry. An Alliance Group has been in the game for how many years now? Let's see.
25 years.
25 years.
We're
We've been doing it for
celebrating our
25
25th
years.
year. We should do something special about
We
that.
really should. We should have a cake or something. It's a wonderful industry. It comes with so many opportunities, flexibility of schedule. You can make as much money as you're willing to work for, and you're really able to help people and to impact their lives in a really positive way.
Well, and the thing is like within any industry, you're going to have an opportunity within that industry. And then today, there's 60 million Americans that are underinsured or uninsured. So we have a very large opportunity in this industry to go out and educate consumers on what they should have, what they could have, and then help them put it in place.
Absolutely.
And you have to have a license to be able to do that.
It's a wonderful profession. You should look into it. What can you use life insurance money for? I love this question. You can use life insurance money for a lot of things. So I'm going to actually break it out. What if you were to pass away and your spouse was getting life insurance money? What can he or she use that money for? They're going to need it for a lot of things. They're going to need it to pay off any debts, right? The main thing that a life insurance policy does really is replace income. Depending on the amount of coverage that you have, you're going to need to replace your income for several years to make sure that the family has time to adjust. It can pay off your home so that your spouse isn't left with a bunch of mortgage payments to make now that their income has been possibly cut in half or more, right? You can leave behind money for the people that you love. And of course, you can pay for final expenses and funeral services. Those are just a few things you can do with a life insurance policy in case you pass away. But one thing that we do at Alliance Group so well is living benefits, right? Living benefits policies pay out money if you get sick, right, Lee?
I mean, basically it comes to you and then you can do with that money whatever you so choose. Even in the chronic illness, a lot of times in the long-term care space, that's a reimbursement of expenses. You got to spend it to get it. With our chronic illness benefit that works a lot like long-term care, you get that cash and you can do whatever you want to with that money, to have home health care, to be in a facility, or just to have money to cover bills.
Yeah, I mean, with living benefits money, really, there's no scenario in which you have to use your money for a certain thing. And all of our carriers at Alliance Group, when you get living benefits money, it is deposited directly into your checking account tax-free, and you can use that money for anything you want, whether it's paying for the best treatment that money can buy, or replacing your income while you're out of work getting treatment, or hell, if you want to go to Vegas and put it all on black, you could do that. I don't think it's the smart thing to do.
Probably not a good investment.
But you could if you wanted to.
This one's you, Lee.
Glad legal one here. What can life insurance cover? Risk. That's the main thing that I love about the insurance business, is being able to help a business or an individual understand their risk and then showing them how they can transfer that risk to an insurance company. And so that's what it does, is it covers risk.
Last but not least, what can a life insurance agent make? That is a great question. The beautiful thing about the industry that we're in is there is no cap on how much you can make. It depends on how hard you're willing to work at your craft, how many people you're willing to help, how much time you're willing to put into developing your market and to doing the right thing to help people.
And finding your niche. Sometimes the most successful people that I know in this business have found a niche. They work really well with either small businesses or estate planning, or it's middle income America, helping people that just got a mortgage or just got married or had kids. And developing and working in that niche, like Sam said, the harder you work, the more people you see. Sometimes working harder is not necessarily the only thing, but it's also seeing people and talking to people. And the more people you see, the more opportunity you have in this business. Because like I said, over 60 million people in the United States are either underinsured or uninsured. So there's big opportunity. We just got to go out there and talk to them and help them put the plans in place.
At Alliance Group, we have agents that do it part-time and make an extra $30,000 to $50,000 to $75,000 a year in addition to their full-time gig. We have agents that have made over $1 million a year selling life insurance. So it depends on how much you're willing to work at it and what kind of opportunities you create for yourself. I'm going. You love it. Here we go. Board 3.
People search for life insurance a lot.
They really do. They have lots of questions, man.
Lots of
A lot of
questions.
misinformation.
Lots of misinformation, but I think the other thing, people want to know more about life insurance. So that's one of the things that we try to do so much, is that education piece of this business. And I think one of the reasons why we're as successful as we are is because we enjoy educating consumers about what all life insurance can do.
Yep. We love answering questions about life insurance. That's what we do. Lee, you're up.
It's me.
Is life insurance...
I like doing the first one. Usually it's the easier one.
We'll see.
Is life insurance taxable?
He gets the tax questions. Ha.
So I have to use it depends. It depends on what kind of tax we're talking about. It depends on how the plan is set up. But under IRS section 101.
Oh, here he goes.
So life insurance, the death benefits are non-taxable distributions. Now, they pay to that beneficiary tax-free.
That's in most cases.
Most
That's
cases.
in vast majority of cases.
We should put a disclaimer at the bottom that says you should contact your CPA if you have a specific situation, or just talk about your specifics. But if I buy a policy on my life and my spouse is the beneficiary and I pass away, the death benefit pays to my spouse. That is a tax-free distribution to my spouse.
That's completely tax-free. And that is the vast majority of scenarios, the way the average person thinks of life insurance as something that pays out if their spouse passes away. That is 100% non-taxable. Is life insurance Worth it. It is so worth it, y'all. Yes, life insurance is 100% worth it. The process of getting life insurance isn't always the most fun process, right? You gotta, do your research. You have to meet with an agent. Then you have to apply. In some cases, you might have to do medical testing and things like that. What I always tell people is, look, if you're a responsible adult who has people that depend on you financially, you need life insurance. So just sit down, make up your mind that you're going to get it done, get it taken care of, go through the steps that it takes to do that, and then you can go back to not thinking about life insurance except once a year when you need to review it, right? Mm-hmm. It is 100% worth it because the peace of mind that you will get knowing that you have done the thinking and the planning for the people that you love the most and that there's a plan in place. God forbid if life throws you a curveball, it is 100% worth it.
If someone is relying upon you, whether that's a spouse, whether that's kids, whether that's a business employees, having that insurance in place will give you peace of mind, will help you sleep better at night, and will protect them if something were to happen.
Which makes it 100% worth it.
Is life insurance tax deductible? Tax question.
I'm so glad he went first. I love these odd number questions.
So, once again, it depends. It definitely depends. So
in most cases, no.
Correct. Is it tax deductible or not? Is the person that's buying and paying for the insurance benefiting from it? If they are, they cannot deduct it. That's their benefit. Mm-hmm. If they are not benefiting from it, like I buy a policy on Sam and I bonus him the money, then it is tax deductible to me as if I'm paying Sam a bonus and the money's going into his policy instead of into his checking account.
No, life insurance is not tax deductible in most cases.
If you're a CPA and you're asking this question, call me. We can have a conversation. Let's talk.
Absolutely. Is life insurance part of an estate? Life insurance absolutely can be part of an estate, in that an estate is whatever you're leaving behind. It's your earthly possessions that you're leaving behind and pass away, right? So life insurance money absolutely is counted as part of the estate. So that is something that you need to know. If you are someone who might be subject to estate taxes, if you make enough income and have enough assets.
At the time of this video, it's $12 million for an individual, your total estate, and $24 million as a couple, roughly.
Right.
So if you're below those numbers, then it is included in your estate, but it's not.
But it's not going to be taxed.
It's not going to be taxed.
So it's no big
But
deal.
if it's above that and pays to your estate, then it would be included into your estate and would be subject to estate tax.
Right.
That's the reason why trust planning with high net worth individuals is very key, to make sure that that life insurance policy and the proceeds of that policy are outside the estate and inside the trust.
Absolutely. Make sure you estate plan well. All right.
Since I feel like I fully answered that question, I think you should have the next one.
Oh, nice. All right. Is life insurance a good investment? I love this question. So, yes. I say life insurance absolutely 100% is a good investment in a couple of ways here. So life insurance is a great investment in your family. It is a great investment in being a loving person who wants to take care of the people that they love the most.
And not leave a burden.
And not leave them with a burden if something were to happen to you. That's the whole point of life insurance at its heart. So yes, it's 100% a great investment, and that you are going to get awesome peace of mind knowing that you have done the work to take care of the people that you love the most.
I like to think of a life insurance policy as that financial foundation. It's the asset that'll take care of your family until you accumulate the assets that are going to take care of your family.
Right.
So if you have young kids, you're spending probably just as much as you're making, if not more. What a life insurance policy can do is provide that financial foundation for your family.
It's basically a self-fulfilling plan, right? So if my goal is I want to one day be a millionaire and save up $1 million and be financially independent, I can buy a life insurance policy for $1 million at my age for less than $100 a month, right? And that makes sure that if, in my efforts to reach that millionaire status and be financially independent one day, something unexpected happens and I pass away early, I can still provide that reality to my family through a life insurance policy.
And that could be college, that could be the business, that could be taking care of debts, that replacing income, all that kind of stuff. So.
Absolutely. So yes, life insurance is an absolutely awesome investment.
Is life insurance an asset? I was actually just going to say that whenever we were talking about this. I think as far as individuals and families, it's that asset that can turn into things if something were to happen. Like I said, providing that financial foundation. As a business, the cash value of that policy can be an asset on your books, a true asset on your P&L, your profit and loss books, your balance sheet.
Yep.
So it is absolutely an asset and covers all your other assets, right? It's the asset protection that can be put in place that covers all the other things that you have.
Again, that financial foundation. We're all building this sandcastle sandcastle, right? That's what we're doing when we go to work every day, when we save, we put money in savings, we invest. That's all building that financial sandcastle. Life insurance is that bedrock. It's the foundation that is going to protect everything that you're building.
All right, you're done.
All right, mic drop. Board drop. I don't want to break it.
You can drop it.